Britain. Vega is missing... I think that X on top of her is a radar antenna. So she's missing 2 radar. That looks like a radio antenna rather than a radar antenna, so Churchill gets a pass. She doesn't even have any rangefinders. Montgomery?
What?
Like
Montgomery?
Calpe is missing a fire direction radar and the big X on top of her turret, and I'm not sure if that's a radar or not. Also, the Hunts have a big radar in the middle of them. You know, the lighthouse. That's a radar right there. Let's see, Grafton looks fine. That might be something up there, but it's tiny. Eskimo has some big radio antenna, but doesn't seem to be missing any radar. Though, explain to me why they decided to move the 2 Hunts to be in different trees to each other. Or in different branches, sorry. Brissenden is also missing 2 radar. Our present Polish pal is missing 1 fire direction radar, maybe something else. Again, I haven't figured out if that X is a radio antenna or not, but given that there's a big radio antenna on the rear mast, the main mast, I'd say this 4-mast one might be something. Nepal is missing at least 1 radar. Kelvin. Again, if the thing on the mast is a radar, it's missing that, but otherwise nothing. Jervis. Same story, plus the fire director radar. Armada is missing radar fire direction on the director. Also at least 1 radar on top of the 4-mast.
Also, don't forget about the Stags. Those should also
Oh
have
yeah,
radar.
she has Stags?
Yeah. Maybe not her, but Aura.
Yep, she
Armada?
does. She has 2 Stags.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those have radar built into them, but it doesn't seem
Yeah.
to exist.
Yeah. I've heard that they should be radar guided.
Yeah, they are. That's part of the mount. I need to check for Beaufort's directors now as well. Yeah, there's a director amidships that's missing. Let's see, Tobruk has 3 Stag mounts, none of which have functional radar. At least 1 radar dish on the bridge is on the mast is missing, and the director radar set is missing as well. I have no idea what those weird chairs are, but those are odd looking. Presumably those are something to do with the searchlight. I don't know. Yes, in the captain's chair, just sitting there on the bridge, waiting for the old man.
Going to be a hell of a work. Going to be a hell of a work. Finding documentation on all these radar fire director sets.
Yep. Enterprise is missing 2 radar on her main director.
Enterprise had radar, interesting.
Yep, she's very clearly got radar on her director. She's also got at least 1 radar on both of her masts. Oh, and her rear director, that's not a director, that's a crane. Her midships AA director is missing its radar as well. Dido. 1 radar, 2 radar, 3 radar, 4 radar, 5 radar missing. These must all be before they decided to put directors for like every mount in. Our Thuza is missing 1 radar, 2, 3, 4 radar total. And oh, never mind. 5, 6 radar. Those last 2 being Beaufort's directors and radar. Hawkins is missing at least 2 sets of radar, plus 1 on her AA director. Oh, plus she has the lighthouse the lighthouse radar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 missing. I'm not even going to try and sound like I'm scoused when I say Liverpool is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 radar sets. Oh, wait. 10. Because those batteries are on either side. Hang on, let me just start this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Yes, she's missing 10 radar. 11, 12. Because of the stuff at the top. Yeah. Yeah. Or 11. 11. I think it's 11. She's missing a lot. Leander has no radar to worry about. York is in the same boat. She also doesn't have any secondary directors to worry about. Belfast is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radar, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 40mm directors. Norfolk actually has the radar on its fire director and one of the 2 search, both of the search radars modeled. Yay! And actually has the lighthouse radar modeled as well. Okay. So that's inconsistent. But I suppose that makes sense since she's new. That she'd have the fancy new stuff. What is this bit of module here that is modeled that we can't actually... That's just weird. Intakes? I don't know. That looks like something should go in that hold but is missing. 1 director missing. And that seems to be it. Yep. Even her 5-inch Or her secondary directors even have their radar modeled. So that's something. And this also doesn't look like she's had the armor added on. Dunno. Southampton. 1, 2. Radar missing. Two radar directors for secondaries missing. London is missing 2 search radar, maybe more, plus a director radar, plus the lighthouse. Plus the 2 little secondary directors either side of the bridge. Well, Kent has none, so that's not a fuss. No secondary directors to worry about either. Dreadnought's rangefinder doesn't exist. That's fun. Yep, okay, so they've
No
just...
need.
Sorry?
No need, Joram. The Queen's Hand will guide the shells.
Well, they've just elected to not give Dreadnought any fire direction at all. Well, it says firing solution from one rangefinder. Where is this rangefinder? Because I can see a rangefinder, but it isn't listed as a rangefinder. And it's the one on top of the bridge. Superstructure and everything, but it's not showing up as a rangefinder, and none of the sights on the guns exist. So Dreadnought is presently even more at a disadvantage than usual. Invincible apparently has 2 fire directors, and also its bridge consists of 3 blokes shoved in a tiny sausage.
What? Tiny sausage.
Yeah, look at how tiny the conning tower is. I'm questioning where the rangefinder is that they're unless Invincible quite literally actually has rangefinders in the fighting tops, which I can't see hide nor hair of, I don't know where they're saying that this thing has 2 fire directors. Or 2 rangefinders even. Colossus likewise says there's 7 rangefinders on board, but
none of them is showing up in the X-ray.
well, that and oh, I can see 1. It's not showing up on the X-ray, but there is a rangefinder on top of the bridge superstructure. And then there might be one in the... No, there's binoculars in the fighting top, but that's it. And finally, HMS Tiger, which does actually have 1... It has a tracking radar director there, tracking radar director there, and a search radar. It's still missing another search radar, though. I think has that one, and that one. And those. So Tiger actually has most, if not all of its radar, maybe missing one. And that's the Royal Navy, which I think means I'm done.